Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Lisa Akbari, your hair doctor, and I just want to kind of get right into something that from one of your comments, and it has touched my heart, and I've been working a little bit on this. CCCA, Cicatricial Alopecia. It's a very serious type of alopecia. It was once called hot comb alopecia, but CCCA, and when I examine patients and I see what appears to be CCCA, I will tell a patient, I shorten it for them a little bit, and I call it cicatricial alopecia. And I just want to talk a little bit about it because I think that it's real important that we understand. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do this video on it, and then I'll post it, and then I'll come right back and I'll do another video for the morning. But I just want you guys to know, because I thought it was real important for me to talk about CCCA, or cicatricial alopecia. Now, this question says, "Hello, Dr. Akbari. I have a request, if you don't mind. Can you look at my vids of her videos on her channel in regards to my form of alopecia?" And then she spoke about the cicatricial alopecia. "I have been under the care of a reputable dermatologist in Cleveland," which is great. That is great because you do want to work with a dermatologist. And she wanted to know what was my opinion on her hair, specifically her nape area. She's currently using Rogaine as prescribed. Scalp injections have been discontinued, and then she goes on to look at speak on some other things. But I want to speak on cicatricial because I think that is really, really important that we understand and differentiate. And I mean, you can Google cicatricial, and there's a lot about it, so it's not like you can't do this yourself. I didn't realize that was on. How rude of me. So you can't, there's just so much that you could do to find information, but I'm going to give my take on it, or a little synopsis of it. Cicatricial really was once known as the hot comb alopecia, and I'm trying to turn this off so no one will call again. There we go. And the hot comb alopecia. And so for years, many ladies thought, okay, it was from my scalp being burned when I got relaxed, when I got my hair pressed. And then you started hearing these folks say, well, you know, I don't press my hair, but I still have this problem. And so I think that some of the researchers and some of the people that were conducting these studies about this particular kind of alopecia, they went back and they said, well, okay, well, what is this then? This person never used relaxers or heated tools. So they found, the study was shown that inflammatory cells are in the area as the hair is developed around the base of the follicle, but they're underneath the epidermis where you really can't see those inflammatory cells, which is where they would be anyway, but you don't really notice them. You just feel some of the symptoms, tenderness. Most people don't pay attention to them. And then you get that scar tissue inside the area where the hair follicle is, the heart of the hair, inside the follicle, the follicular tube. Once it's scarred, it literally destroys the follicle. So you'll feel this tenderness, discomfort, irritation, and then most people will say, all of a sudden, I've had this scar and bald spot. But it's never all of a sudden. The inflammatory cells are there, and they're causing problems. That inflammation is literally destroying the follicle, and it does scar. So it's permanent. It will destroy a follicle. Now, there's a couple of things we want to talk about as it relates to this. First, I want to say in the steroid injections, or the injections that they're using, it's to help with the inflammation. There's a lot of controversy as it relates to injections. Now, I think most practitioners are okay with the injections, but the controversy is between the patient and the practitioner. It's more like, this is uncomfortable, I don't like it, I don't want shots in my scalp. And that's what I hear from a lot of patients. Well, the injections in some cases will work for you. There's just so many things you've got to think about. But what we do at our institute is create an environment. We have now found a natural way to treat this. We create an environment for healing, especially in cases, and it's really, you have to be really careful, especially in cases where the patient has a poor maintenance program. We are able to help to create that environment, so as the skin sheds and renew itself, then that patient is able to stabilize and have less chances of reoccurrence. There will be lots of questions about whether what I'm saying is true, but as it regards to cicatricial, it can be permanent. What it originates from, there are so many things that we've heard about it. Some have said that having burns from relaxer causes it. Some have said burns from pressing comb causes it, and others have said chronic scalp itch has caused it, because the patient digs into the scalp and then they eventually rake the skin and cause the problem with that, the inflammatory cells. There's a lot being said. Some from scalp disease, psoriasis causes it to go into the cicatricial. And there's still some that will say, and when I say some, because I hate that who's who and who's some, people who are in the medical field, the science areas of research, they will believe that this could stem from many things. So, many of those individuals have said the cause is unknown, because they don't have any definite science to prove it in any direction. Every patient, praise God, that has come into my institute and have had that, what appeared to be the cicatricial, I've been able to work with them and their dermatologist, and they've been able to recover and regrow hair, because we will catch it in its inflammatory stage before the scar tissue develops. Without examining you, I couldn't tell you whether or not it's something I could treat or what to do about your particular case. I don't use just the naked eye. I use magnifying light. I use I look with the naked eye, but I also, to really examine the follicle, I can't do that with the naked eye. I use microscopic views of the follicle. So you would have to see a trichologist, one who uses a handheld microscope. Right now, I just want to pray that you will find the right dermatologist, or you said you have a good dermatologist, or a trichologist that can partner with you and your dermatologist, so that you will do well. I really pray that you will. But just remember the things that I've said. Now, be sure to email me, and so that we can talk a little bit more, and then we can set up a phone appointment. I can have my assistant call you back or email you. Let's break through that. Just call the clinic, the institute, directly at 901-380-4445. That way you can get a phone appointment and we can talk. Now, you may have to wait, but I always tell my patients it's worth the wait. But I just know, just stay encouraged. All right, I love you. Thank you for asking me to be involved in this. I will take a look at your videos on your site, but let me just tell you, my love, We need to see that. Okay? Alright, the next one says, oh, I think she says, my hair is a lot shorter in the top and the crown area and the temple. The areas where it was short prior to then was a lot bigger. Now it's noticeable that this area is short. I am thinking of cutting it all to the same length and going from there. Your thoughts? Oh, and I am a newbie to your channel. I hope you can help me. Okay, dear. As it relates to cutting your hair, that's going to be a choice. You have an option. But it relates to cutting it to solve a problem of a short spot. One thing it'll do is make everything even. It does not guarantee that it's not going to grow back. Questions I have for you. Is there an itchy area around the short area? If so, then your scalp problems are causing that shortness. The second, if there's was it a time where your hair was burned with a heated tool or whatever, if it's something like that, then cutting it off would be the best thing to do, because then you can even it out and regrow. But if it was an itchy area in that area, then if you cut it off, it's still going to come back. Let's see. What else would I be able to say? You need to take a look, and let's get those questions answered. We'll talk some more next week. Or you can call. Well, you may not get that phone appointment sooner than next week anyway. Okay, next one, Nikki Love. Well, first, just let me tell you, dear, we can solve that. I can help. We're just going to have to work together. Okay, it says, you look beautiful. Oh, thank you, Nikki Love. You look beautiful, too. She's just showing her picture all the time now. Okay, it says, hello, Lisa. I'm struggling with finger combing. I'm 17 months natural. Yay! She said, I want fullness. Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay, I think I lost my video. I think it just, because I looked straight from, okay, I'm back, I got it. For some reason it flipped pages. Okay. I looked straight from the sites, YouTube site. Alright, so she says that, I want fullness at this point. I've tried to finger combing but fullness isn't there. So I got out my big 70s Afro comb out. I got it out, my big 70s Afro comb, the one with the brand in the school in the 70s. One that was banned in school in the 70s. Okay. And started picking, fluffing, and now it appears fuller and liking better than finger combing. Am I damaging my hair in the long run by picking it? Okay, here's the deal. I never said you couldn't comb your hair. I just said don't detangle with the comb. Combing's for grooming purposes. If you finger comb your hair, it will help. It will make sure that you don't play tug of war with it, so you're detangling without playing tug of war with your hair. But it doesn't give you that shade. Now, sometimes I will do this, but see, really, if I really want my hair fuller than it is now, I like what my hair is doing, then yeah, I might use a comb. What the comb does, it spreads the curls out. So you're fuller, but you're froier. More, you're froier. Okay, but if you use a pick, what's going to happen, you're going to pick, and it's going to catch those ends. The pick is the problem if you use it and it catches the ends. Like if you pick and you lift, it's going to make the ends tangle eventually. But if you pick and you pick all the way out, it's going to pull the ends, because you'll see it, and you'll hear the little snap, crackle. You may not see it pop, but you'll hear the snap and crackle. What it's doing is it's creating tears. So with that being said, you can comb. Once you've detangled, what you do is you take, and I'm going to take my headband off you take a section like this, and you've got your forefinger and your thumb, and you're smoothing, and then you take your comb. I like to take my human comb, And watch what happens. I'm going to take my fingers and see that little, that I feel that, so I can take my forefinger and thumb and smooth through that. So I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to slide through. And so I'm going to slide through. Uh-oh, see, I got to be careful. I got to take the forefinger and thumb because I ran into a little, there you go. Now look at this hair right here. Look how full that hair is over here. You see? And it's got light behind it. See how much fuller that is? So I could take my entire head, so I'm just going to keep doing that. And then I'll come back to you as I go to another question. Okay, it says, your hair is super cute. Thank you. And I like that cute thing you've got going with the afro puff and the braids around the head. That's cool. Okay, the next one says, I'm starting my first week in cosmetology school. Congratulations, you. That's super duper. I'm always excited when people come into the hair field because we need folks, and especially someone who's listening to my page, because listening on my and subscribe to me or listening, because then I'm going to be able to coach you and help you, dear. And I'm just going through each section. And okay, she said, I'm sorry, this is my first week, and it would be great if you, see, I'm getting into some singles, but you go forefinger and thumb. It would be great if you had some kind of volunteer or internship opportunities at your institute that I could get involved in. Of course I do. So you just need to call me, Kendra, and call the institute and come by and fill out an application and put at the top that you're interested in volunteer and internship. We have so many things going on that, Kendra, I would most definitely, and see the rest of this I probably could do with my fingers. Kendra, I would most definitely love to help you and hold your hand and just put you under my wing and just love you into this. Absolutely. Okay, next one. Hello, Dr. Akbari. You are a fountain of information. Well, thank you. To God be the glory. I have yet another question. Okay, no worries, no problem. That's what I'm here for. I want to wear wigs. Due to the weather, it's just not feasible to wear my hair out. I want to know how to keep my edges or hairline on the sides and back from breaking due to the wig cap rubbing against it. Thanks so much. Many blessings. Okay, you see how I'm almost just like huge. And my collar was popped. Thank you very much. I have to let it down because I'm showing you my big hair. And you see what's happening? And this is what I do when I'm working with my fro. And there's so much light behind it. Let me see if I can get some of that. And you can see how big it's getting. And that's just me going through it. And you can finger comb. And when you finger comb, you just got to be careful because our hair is, curly. And so it will tangle. And this is, there we go. So now I've got this big, gigantic fro. And you got to remember now, my hair is way too long for a fro. But I tend to just push the envelope a little bit by making it a fro anyway. And I'm just lifting it out. And there you go. So you want to take and do what I just did. I wasn't looking as much because I was really kind of working with the questions. But take a look. Okay, now I'm still gonna put my headband on because this is headband day. Whew, I just gotta let y'all see how my fro shakes throughout the body. Let's see. Let's close my eyes so look at this. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go back to wearing wigs. Wearing wigs are great for a lot of people during winter months, especially because it's almost like having a hat on. But then a lot of people want to wear wigs. Now I don't know what you meant by because of the weather you can't wear your hair out, because our hair loves weather of all types. Kinky hair does, but you just have to manage your hair within the weather. So if we can deal with specifics, if you ever want to just let me know specifically what type of weather is bothering you, I will be happy to address that. But as it relates to wearing a wig, what you have to see, how you have to pay attention, because your hair will hook through your fingers in a minute. Why do people say Minnesota minute? But anyways, back to wigs. Focus, Lisa. Now, when you wear a wig, you just have to protect and preserve your hair. Now, as long as you protect and preserve your hair, then you're fine wearing your wig. Remember that. Wearing your wig is not a problem. The first thing you got to remember is throw away that little stocking cap they give you with the wig. They say it's free. It should be. Well, they should pay you to take it because it's really bad for your hair and it rubs around the hairline. What you need, and they have them usually in those same wig stores, especially if you go to like the neighborhood stores, wig stores, they usually have these little nylon caps. We call them treatment turbans. We use them in our clinic for patients after they've had a treatment and we plait or braided their hair down. Well, what you want to do is you want to get a treatment turban and you want to put the treatment turban on. As long as the treatment turban touches your hairline. No bonnet, no, you don't want it tight, you just want it on, and then you put your wig on. The other thing you have to remember is you have to, and I said I was going to change videos, didn't I? I just kept on going. But anyways, this is cool because I can talk about both things. But another thing you have to do is you have to clean your wig every day. And you have to make sure you put a clean turban on every day. So if you're going to wear a wig, you're going to protect your hairline by taking a little bit of the leave-in conditioner vitamin, a little bit of leave-in moisturizer, our Moisture Plus. These are two I know work, so I'm just going to give you the name. I'm not just advertising. I just want you to get the right thing. You take it and you put them on. You spray the leave-in conditioner on first. And then you take your finger and you just gently rotate all the way around. And you do that in the back as well. Then you take the Moisture Plus and you take your forefinger and thumb and you slide down all the little hairs and you make your way all the way around to the other side with the Moisture Plus, and you keep putting more on as you run out. And then you do the same thing, and I'm caressing and a kind of rotating motion, and you do that around the entire perimeter of your head, on the hairline. And then you smooth it in place. Put your turban on, and then you're ready to go. Now, prior to that, you got to make sure that your hair is plaited. So you plait the hair, and you plait it, and you roll the ends down, and you tuck it, just like you were doing a curly fro. You put the clean turban on top of that. You still do the same thing. Layer your vitamins and your moisture throughout the hair. Ear to ear, front to back. So you're working your way all the way over. Once you do that, you will put your turban on and you're ready for your wig. That should be done nightly. Now, and you can wear a turban to bed and then you can get up, or a satin pillowcase. I don't like to wear anything on my head, so I always sleep on a satin pillowcase. I think I've got my hair in my earring. Okay, it's fine. Alright, and then your wig. Each night, before you go to bed, you take a hot wet towel. I always tell people a little bit of clarifying shampoo. Put a little bit of clarifying shampoo inside the towel. Squeeze all the excess water out and wipe the towel. Wipe the inside of just a little face towel, inside of the wig. Then you take and rinse that towel. Get all the shampoo off the towel. Wipe the inside of the wig. You're removing the debris. After you have done that, then you take a bottle. You take your alcohol, a bottle, and you just put a spray top on it, and then you spray. Just be very liberal with the spray. Spray it heavy on the inside. Then you sit it inside out on the headstand, or you can just hook it with a hanger or whatever, so it can air dry overnight. What that will do is remove any bacteria and debris. The wet towel cleaning, wiping it out. You can email me at lisa@lisaakbari.com, and I'll send you those how to clean wig instructions and how to care for your hair instructions. It's very important that you do that every night. And the wig won't bother your hairline. You won't have the itchiness, because a lot of people have some itchy scalp problems when they wear wigs. And you will not have problems with your hairline. Alright guys, I love you. This is it. I didn't get it to talk about. Let's see if there's anything. We have a few minutes. The book. Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age. We're talking about how does my hair grow and why do I lose it? I was supposed to talk to you guys about that because But we got on the cicatricial and talking about a wig and getting your questions in. And this page is for you, so therefore that's okay. So we'll start this next week. Also, I want to let you know we are getting close to us opening that natural hair salon and working with people to open a natural hair salon. So I always say it's not all mine. I can pop my collar again, because you know how I love that when my hair is up. But you see how much fuller my hair is now just because I went through like that. So yeah, just put away the pick. It was banned for a reason. I would ban it because it's so bad for our hair, and sometimes it can be. But anyways, I'm so excited because the natural hair, and I'm gonna post some things about it. And oh, today, if you get this video, look at America Now, because there's a story that was done on my institute. So if you want to see me with Condoleezza Rice with WMC Memphis local channel, but it's national news. They did a story. My local news did a story on natural hair. They call it the natural way, and I'm so glad I remembered that. America Now. And you can, if you, this is past today, which is January the 31st, 2013, then you can Google it, America Now, and Google this date, January 31st, 2013. You will be able to find it. But anyways, we're going to talk about the natural way. So please try, it's between 11 and, it's on our central time, between 11 and noon. But on your time, I don't know what standard time, Central Standard Time. Please just go to your search on your television and search for it and get it, and tell me what you think about it, because they did a story. They did a tour of our facility as well as spoke with me about natural hair and some other folks around the city as well. So from a trichologist standpoint, let's see. Conji Anthony, I don't know what name I said earlier, but Conji Anthony, she did a great story on this, and I may do a separate YouTube on it later on, because some of you may not get to watch it. I love you guys. To God be the glory. In Jesus, we're going to get on the book next week, unless there's something more important, because the book is here, but I've been taking the long road with the book, because I think that you're more important than me just getting this book here. But this is knowledge, but what you want to know is even more important. So, talk to you guys later. See you next week, right here on Ask the Hair Doctor. To God be the glory. You know who I serve. And I'm going to just keep looking and go on my website, because there's some new things that are going to be happening all the time. And I haven't forgotten about our photo album. I'm just still working on it. Okay, and I thank you guys for all these pictures and videos and all these good things. I will see you next week, right here on Ask the Hair Doctor. Bye-bye.